Hey guys, J77 here. Just doing a little bit of a news rumor recap. This rumor has to do with the James Bond franchise. Nothing bad. It's just something that's being, thrown out in the airwaves. According to certain reports, especially from Spill.com, Daniel Craig may be possibly signed for 5 more James Bond movies. He's currently working on the third film that he's under contract for, which is called Skyfall. And G. Watson, who is the producer and stepson of the late Albert R. Broccoli, wants him to do at least 5 more. This will bring the total up to 8 films and make him the longest person ever to do a James Bond film, with Roger Moore have done 7 for that production. The good thing about this is that Daniel Craig is already a well-established actor. He's already have gotten high praise for both reviewers and moviegoers alike. He's also has done well, outside the box of Bond. He's been starring in numerous films, and he's getting high praise from one film that everybody is looking forward to seeing, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which should be playing this week. Has gotten good praises as well. He's also a person who doesn't have to worry about being cast in the shadow of James Bond. Probably one of the very few actors who play it that don't have that cast. And pretty much, I think that it limits the questions of whether or not Craig will come back or not, who will play the next James Bond, who will be the next 007. So there's a lot of good to this. However, there's also a lot of bad that goes with it. The first thing that many people are going to ask is, how old would he be once he completed? Mind you, Roger Moore was in his late 50s. He was almost in his 60s when he completed the last Bond film, and even that time frame between Spy Who Loved Me, there was a lot of speculation he was not going to return. The only reason why he returned is because they wanted to have someone recognizable, especially when you had 2 Bond films coming back to back, and that was with Octopussy and Never Say Never Again, and they wanted to have a recognizable face. But there was rumors back then that Roger Moore was not going to return after the fourth film. And of course, he ended up doing 6, with the last one being View to Kill. But as as he got older, his convincing people that he was 007 gotten less and less, to the point where people just didn't see him as Bond anymore. View to Kill, although I thought it was okay, wasn't the greatest Bond film. It was pretty much helped by the fact it had a kick-ass theme song, which was done by Duran Duran. But even that, people thought he stayed too long. A lot of complaints about him. He stayed too long, and he eventually did step down. Pierce Brosnan, one of the person who got me into the 007 fully, into the James Bond franchise fully, was also questioned about whether or not he was wise for him to continue the series. He was in his 50s when he said enough's enough. He was originally they wanted him back for another Bond film, but after knowing the complaints from other critics about Roger Moore staying too long, he decided it was best to step down and leave the Bond franchise to a younger actor. So now comes the point where, is it wise for Daniel Craig to sign on for 5 films? He is in his 40s, in his mid 40s, but if he does do this, it probably leads him to his mid to late 50s, depending on the time. You gotta put in the time and the scripts. Another thing is that if he does sign on, he's going to be at the mercy of whatever script they throw at him, and that's something also not a good thing. One of the biggest gripe I had with the Pierce Brosnan Bond, it wasn't really much Pierce Brosnan. He did a fantastic job. The script they gave him was, if it was, I'll put it this way, if it wasn't for Pierce Brosnan being there, that film would have failed. That's how strong Pierce Brosnan's performance was, because the script they gave him was mediocre to that best, and it became almost like a joke with Die Another Day, and I like Die Another Day, but there was just some things that just struck my head about that film that could have been way better. So that's another thing. He will be in complete mercy of the script. He has no control of that, and he's signed, so he can't really escape that. Um, so that, and the fact is how far they want to push it. And will Bond be popular beyond Skyfall? That's another thing possibility because one may have asked how long can this film continue? But those are questions that are being surfaced out there. They're all negotiations. It looks like for now that he wants to continue doing it. Whether for 5 films, I don't know, but it's still something that it's going to definitely be talked about, not only this year, but when the new film comes out and when things started to really go full steam. So far, no trailers yet, no teasers. They're still in production, and right now, uh, anything is possible. Do I want to see him come back for Beyond the Nightfall movie? Yeah, I do. I want to see him at least two more, but five, that's pushing it a little bit. Let's just see what happens. And if he does want to do five, God bless him. If not, I can't really hold him to that either. But what do you think about this new development? Do you think it's wise for him to sign for 5 movies? Do you even think he should be signed for this movie, or do you think that they should just leave it alone at 3? Which, give me your opinion. Put it down in the comment section. Until then, it's J77 saying take care.